Welcome to the Workplace of the Future cast. I'm your host, Leo Plaza, and this is not your typical podcast. Make sure to hold on to something because we're going to travel deep into the future of workplaces. Enjoy!
So hey guys, Emilio here from Easy Clean. I'm the co-founder and head of partnerships, and I'm here with Leo, co-founder as well, and the CFO at Easy Clean. So Leo had this idea of doing a little podcast to finish 2020 and to share with you guys all the lessons and what we have learned during this crazy year. So Leo, take over. So what's happening, mate?
Okay, so what's happening is, so we're looking at that one, yes? Okay. So what's happening is, obviously we started this podcast recently, and it's a massive opportunity, as we were saying, that we want to share our biggest learnings, what it's been like 2020 for a commercial cleaning business. Are you kidding me? Like COVID-19, like
crazy. Yeah.
It could not be in any more challenging business, I think, during COVID. So so that was a wild ride, and obviously then we also going to talk about 2021, which might be an even crazier year for us, because I personally think we're going to disrupt commercial cleaning. So that's what's in store for today, guys. So let's get started with this is episode 6, I think we're recording. So anyways, let's do it. I did actually wanted to on purpose leave this one for towards the end, because it's like to end the year with a bang. And who better than my business partner, who's been through every situation, the hard times, the good times, ups and downs in the business. So yeah, I'm so glad to be here actually and share this with you all. So let's get started. I do have a little list, as you can tell, because we wanted to make sure that we get to the point. And yeah, we only got like 10, 15 or 20 minutes, so we want to cover everything as much as possible. So okay, 2020. Yeah. So what happened in 2020? What happened? So January, it was all good. We were getting back into, I think what I remember is like we had like the golden, like we wanted to have the list, and then something happened.
Yeah, so COVID hit, and I remember you saying, hey, COVID is coming to Australia, and I'm like, dude, let's focus on this. And then all of a sudden, we had COVID. So, man, being honest, I've never been as proactive in my entire life. Like during COVID. Like during COVID, it was crazy. I remember Leo coming with a COVID management plan for our cleaners within 12 hours. He's like, look, this is it. Let's put this together and implement, communicate this to our clients so they can feel safe, that we can go to the offices and help them sanitizing, disinfecting, instead of actually bringing COVID to the workplaces. So not just that, not just Leo, but operations, all the cleaners, we work as a team, like 100% as a team. Like I'm on the Gold Coast, I know a lot of cleaning companies, like owners, and I remember catching up with them, and a lot of them saying like, "Hey, Emilio, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna wait until COVID's gone, and then I'm gonna run the business again." And I remember, like you and I, we went like, "No way! Like we are gonna actually take this as an advantage and go for it." So we hired, we got in contact with DMKT Performance. We went full online, full video. We checked production. So yeah, it was amazing, because it was teamwork, not just with internal people, but external companies that we partnered with, and we keep working until this day. So
the biggest thing for me was like, I remember that exact moment when COVID actually was a real thing in Australia, and like businesses were like closing, and I remember talking to an accountant I had back then, like saying like, Leo, by Friday every business is gonna be shut. And I remember going on the phone to Emilio thinking like, what are we gonna do? And I remember standing up and going, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go all in. We're just gonna this is the opportunity to seriously go nuts. Because especially knowing that, as you mentioned, like some businesses were going to actually close, or some cleaning companies were going to like just go on holidays or something. So I was like, okay, this is our chance. Let's do it, and 100%. And this is, I guess, one of the biggest advantages of working with like-minded people. So our people around us, like Sophia, the cleaners, thanks to that, they were all like-minded and they had the same vision. It was so easy for us to go, okay, team, this is what we're doing, and no one disagreed. Everyone's like, okay, let's do it. We're gonna fight for our community. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna keep cleaning. So that was actually really cool.
Yeah. And yeah, so proactivity and taking risks.
Paid
One
off.
of the lessons of 2020, 100% taking risks. And yeah, no, that's our first lesson of 2020. I would say COVID, proactivity, and taking risks. So yeah,
it paid off because we went from like roughly 30K monthly revenue to right now we almost we're doing like annualized revenue is like $1 million.
Yeah,
and that is with getting rid of some clients actually. We actually took the time to get rid of and filter some of those clients that we were not a good fit. So I think I'm so proud for all the work, and I will say it's mostly the Gold Coast that has been going crazy during COVID, but to go and achieve our goal of
almost triple the business in a year. It's not normal, like not many companies can do that. So yeah, it was amazing. And I think this third lesson that I have in that paper, the second lesson, let me check.
Yeah.
Which is the one, So yeah, we were really proactive. We took risks in COVID, but being honest, like the clients that we had and that we still have right now, those were the ones that actually help us to grow our business. So there was a point that we didn't have, like we were not having new clients. We actually had so many clients like calling me, hey Emilio, now I'm opening a new warehouse here. Now I'm doing a gym over here. I want you to come and clean every single day. So yeah, and that's one of the things that I'm sure a few people are gonna take this and keep it is to customer relationship. I feel that's really important because that's the main reason we tripled the business.
Yeah.
The current clients that we had, and I'm sure next year that's going to happen again. And all that comes from that relationship that they know that we want to grow and we want to help them grow. And yeah, I think that's biggest lesson of 2020 for me. That's just stick to that niche, stick to that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think the people aspect of a business is now every year is becoming more important, but after COVID and everything that's happened, I think it's just the most important thing of a business because think of this like anything else we're in the era of outsourcing, so anything else can be done by either computers or but the actual people that you deal with from a business to business, I think that's what you're saying, like it's basically that really successful that we had really strong relationships with our clients, and that's what saw us grow with our clients, which is one of the coolest things about the business. We're going for clients that we can help grow, and that's so exciting compared to when obviously during COVID we were considering, to tell you the truth, at one point I said to Emilio, man, if all of the offices are gonna close, we may need to start cleaning buses.
Remember that? Yeah.
We may need to do whatever to keep him stay in business because there was one weekend, I remember it was a Sunday, and I called you and I was like, man, what is gonna happen? Because so it turns out everything is closing. So I was panicking for a little bit and I thought we were gonna be out of business. So that's when I said to you, man, I don't care what it is, we're gonna keep cleaning buses, houses. Remember we were talking about essential services, shopping centers, whatever. So during that time, we were exploring other markets, and so we looked into potentially going into tendering for government contracts, or to clean government buildings and whatnot. And yeah, we tried to, but it was not one of the things was not as exciting because we felt that we couldn't really have a big impact in the organization. If you go to large corporations that are run by the government or tender contracts universities, as cleaners, we probably can't really help as much as we can with the other type of clients that we're helping, which are e-commerce businesses, young entrepreneurs. We are able to actually help and improve their lives at work.
We actually can see how we help them. We can see their progress. Whereas in bigger facilities, as you said, like
It's just cleaning.
it's just cleaning. So we're not gonna see any progress. We're just gonna So that's what drives Easy Clean a lot.
Yeah,
It's
and I think that's
growth.
learning number 3 was actually exactly that. Like, for me, it was like realizing what works, sticking to what works, and we have what we call like a proven process. But at the end of the day, what it is just like identify what's been working, what makes it stick, and just stick to that. And that's why it comes down to like our niche of the people that we're going for, which are mainly young entrepreneurs of new businesses that have huge potential to grow. That's another learning for me. Like, it was just the fact that like stick to what works, don't obviously do what didn't work. Pick your people, and not only for clients. Like, I mean, the biggest thing for me was like, in the Sunshine Coast, as we were obviously catching up to. Obviously, you guys have been killing it here, so Sunshine Coast is a bit behind. It's always been like a year or 2 behind in terms of like growth. But picking people not only for clients but also like your staff is so key, and that was like my biggest learning, I think. So
yeah. And I think if we want to keep growing their business the way like we want, our team is going to be, I think it's the most important thing right now for us is our team. Like, to actually have a community in our team, have teamwork, catch up with them every now and then. That's the main reason we have this space. Like, this space, 50% at least, it was because we wanted to see our team. Because as you know, we run a cleaning company. They're not working in an office. They're not working in an office. They're working in sites remotely. So we had to we came with this idea, okay, let's hire this place, and then we have the equipment over there, the cleaning equipment. We want to make next year, hopefully, Tuesdays, we're going to do breakfast on Tuesdays, so everyone can come.
You cooking, Jack?
You cooking, Jack. So I think if we want to, because we want to double the business next year, we want to double the business. I'm sure the clients is not going to be getting clients is not going to be the challenge. I really feel that the challenge is create that team, that we all have that vision and we believe in the mission of the company. So
and that's another, I think I can throw in like as a learning experience. Is like you'll notice that we said we're not going to triple like we did it during COVID. We're going to double, because growing too fast it's painful to grow like super fast. So that's another learning. I think it's just to make sure that you grow as much as you have to grow, not just go and take on any type of work just for the sake of growing. That's just not sustainable. That's learning number, I think we're up to 4 or 5. We've mentioned a few good ones. Learn to say no. Particularly, I think, learn to say no. And he's pointing at me because that's actually been myself, and I can put my hand up. For me, the biggest learning personally is to learn to say no. I would be to Emilio, you'd be like, we got this inquiry to do bond cleaning, and I'll be like, man, we need to do it, or any type of job, I'll be like, yes, do it, and this and that, and even when it comes down to requests, I'll be like, yeah. And I guess in order to choose your right people and what works, which is all the stuff I already mentioned, you really need to learn to say no. And I really wish someone told me this the first day I started business. If you learn to say no from day one, your life's gonna be easier, So,
and that's anyone wants to open a business, entrepreneur, any ideas, I would recommend you to freaking, you know how to say, shoot with a rifle, not with a shotgun. Does that make sense? Like,
definitely.
Right there to the point. That's your customer, and I just say yes to that person, and I'm gonna make his or her life amazing with my services or products. But
I think at the same time it's true. But the reason why it took me a while to learn to say no is because it's actually part of business. I think the first year you are actually gonna, maybe you have a rifle, but you're gonna shoot in a few different places to see which one actually produces a result, or what works, what doesn't work. There's no way for you to know what works or what doesn't work if you not tried a few things. But that's a big learn, just to say no.
To say no.
So you mentioned something, Emilio, about like this Word office that you have. I want to say that again. The word I just mentioned is not.
Sorry, I'm not going to share this with you.
Okay. It's not very. So I said Word office. Now, I don't know if any of you have heard
This term.
the word
Huh.
aware office before, and that is the key word for 2021. So what's happening in 2021? What is an aware office, Emilio?
So basically, our office, we've seen this trend for, I don't know, 2019 and 2020 on the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast. I've seen a lot of businesses, instead of operating in let's say an office building or a corporate setup, they rent a warehouse in an industrial site, and they make it like a corporate style a warehouse. So that's our office.
Yeah.
For us. It's like if your office is attached to a warehouse, then you go to our office.
Yeah, so it's funny because like we used to get emails from people saying like when they were telling us about their facilities and they were explaining to us how the facilities, like, you know, the nature of the facilities, they would actually write warehouse slash office. And we were like, and we started to recently, for the last couple months, well, I did come across this word, I'll be honest, like in the United States, there's already, this is like a thing already, but we're going to bring that to Australia. And what is the funniest thing is, as soon as I say to someone, what you have is a aware office, all of a sudden they start using that word because they realize that, okay, hang on, I don't have a warehouse slash office. This is a aware office. So
it's our office, and that's gonna be our our niche for next year, guys. A lot of now I can talk about the industries that they have these type of facilities. For example, a lot of e-commerce businesses, they have aware offices. So the reason why they're doing this because a aware office allows you to have like different type of workplace environments in your office. So for example, you can have you as I said before, your corporate stylish office in the second floor, and in the first floor you can have your fulfillment center or your warehouse when you have all your products to deliver. So another example, a lot of e-commerce businesses, they have the warehouse, the office, and sometimes they have a showroom, so a retail shop.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna bring a lot of value to these type of facilities, how you can look after them in the best way. And we're gonna bring experts, building experts, operational managers, business owners, obviously that operate in this type of facility. And yeah, just to provide value. If you're a business who wants to grow, it doesn't know where to go, if you should go to an office or a warehouse, maybe you should go to our office, which is I think it's a better investment.
Yeah, particularly for businesses like-minded like us and young entrepreneurs that like really want to invest in their workplace.
If you want to invest in your workplace, like if you go to an office building, you don't have like a lot of like setups that you could do. Whereas in a aware office, man, I've seen guys that they have your office, your showroom, your fulfillment center. They have a gym, they have a studio, they have a podcast room. You have even like 6 different type of setups. Sorry.
Okay, not sure what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe check it. Yeah. So
So I think that's gonna happen next year, and that's how we're gonna. Again, it's not about just double the business because of the money. There's a few things, of course, coming into that. So again, after speaking with my operational team yesterday, our goal for next year is to retain at least 80% of our team. As you know, like retention in commercial cleaning, like it's really hard. Staff retention, it's a big challenge for a lot of commercial cleaning companies. Yeah. So we wanted to. That's our goal for next year, to at least keep 80% of our staff. And it's not just about double the business, but of course you have more goals. It's not just about the money, of course.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will tell you that, like businesses, they go, okay, we're gonna have this amount of money, but how are you gonna get there? And of course, you need to have other goals, like
yeah.
Going
back to like the where offices, like I think, and why we're choosing this as our, like our target market or who we want to work with. Once again, it's like-minded people, because a lot of these businesses are actually, young entrepreneurs that are into e-commerce.
Yeah.
They really understand how to sell online.
Yeah.
And so we find that we're like-minded people that we can grow together.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing for us is that we have a lot of experience now with this type of facility. So, and we realize that you cannot have the same approach as a traditional office. It just does not make any sense. And at the same time, if you have just a warehouse, like it's just, purely like a storage facility or something. Well, again, so this is like a new sort of thing that's happening. There's a huge trend, both in the Sunshine Coast and the Gold Coast, and the outer sides of Brisbane, that basically, and this is a new type of facility. This is the workplace of the future, and that's what we're going for next year.
Workplace of the future. I love that. Yeah. That's e-commerce businesses. I'm gonna go crazy next year, of course, and we want to partner with them. By providing a customized service for the work office.
Exactly. Why is it, do you think, it's the workplace of the future? Why is it different? You did mention some differences, but when it comes down to the people, what they're able to do, or I see massive the change of culture in businesses, in people, how they manage the business from a people's perspective. Is actually expressing itself through these new type of facilities. I go back to one of my clients, like Exotic Athletica. These guys are having a lot of fun while they're at work. They've been themselves. They're taking videos. They have a little, like you said, like a little studio set up. They can get together. It's just a different dynamic. So you need a different approach to when it comes to facilities.
I think we're gonna find the answer for that is gonna be next year. I'll be interviewing people that operational managers, entrepreneurs, business owners that operate in a warehouse office. But so far, what we found is this, as we mentioned, these businesses are growing, and a lot of the time to grow an e-commerce business, you need more people. So if you need more people, you need to invest in the culture of your business, in the workplace culture and the accountability of your business. So it's really important, man. I met with, I don't want to give names, but I met with a big company, one of our clients, and he goes man, our company structure is totally different as a corporate structure. That you have your employees, and then you have the boss and CEO. The way they run in their business is all the way around. They all the management team and the owners, the CEO, they all at the bottom, and their staff are up here. So the real customers, it's the staff. And I think that's gonna play a really important role in the next couple of 5 years. You're gonna even here, man. I work with a few guys here, and next year we're gonna buy a little skate ramp, and we're gonna do it, right? So because we want to have fun as well at work, man. Every Friday we're gonna do skateboard, ping pong. We're gonna create a community with our team and with other businesses around Burleyhead. So, and it's cool, man.
And at the end of the day, the direct return on investment, I can give you that now. During COVID, there was a lot of businesses struggling to hire staff, because obviously,
that's 100%,
you were struggling to hire staff because the government. We're in such a rich country that money was just pouring, coming out of trees. So the people that wanted to work is because there was a motivation beyond money. They wanted to be part of a community. They wanted to be part of a culture. They wanted to be part of a movement. That's why we see that the type of businesses that we're talking about, like the facilities, they're able to attract people by being themselves, by having fun, by showcasing what's good about the business, about the people aspect. So, and then all of a sudden, these businesses that we're not going to mention names, but they have people coming and dropping resumes, they're dying to work for them. So so as I mentioned, some businesses couldn't hire staff, they couldn't find staff. Other businesses have too many applications because they want to be part of that movement of
the mission, the culture, the of
being
that
real
business. So for me, that's the workplace of the future. Like for me, that's what's in the next 2 to 5 years. The culture, core values, and I think it's amazing. I think that's the way to do business. To be honest, like.
So obviously, I can't. I'm so excited. Like the fact that this podcast is going to allow us to actually everything that we said. We're going to interview people, share knowledge. We're going to obviously share all that with you. So we cannot wait. We're going to have resources as well that you can actually download and whatnot. The last thing we wanted to, because I think we've covered most of it. I do want to talk about like going even perhaps beyond 2021 a little bit, and I'm going to make I think I already said this, but I'm going to make a statement here in front of the cameras because we are going to disrupt commercial cleaning. Do you think that's true, or is that like a dream too far away? What do you think?
I think for sure, especially with that 4 package that we haven't told you about. I think that's an amazing idea, to be honest. So maybe you can tell that. Yeah.
So basically, what's happening is we've gone to our top clients, and we really we didn't do a survey. I'm not a big fan of surveys where they have to just we went to our top clients and we had a real conversation with them. What came out of that is that these new businesses that are growing like crazy, that it's like a different type of facility, different type of business. They need something. And we're going to provide that. So I don't want to obviously tell you exactly what, but it's very similar to commercial cleaning, but it's just going and bringing commercial cleaning to 2021, 2022 and beyond. I think this is one of the industries that has not been disrupted yet. And as you know, through technology, every industry is going to be disrupted sooner or later. So stay tuned because we're going to be launching this in Q1 2021, which is basically a product or service that we're implementing or bringing to the market. I personally think we're going to absolutely disrupt the industry, which is going to be really cool. Not particularly, I'm not talking about like how we're going to make money, no, but we're going to be able to actually 10x the amount of value that you can get from cleaners. That's what I'm cannot wait. It's like you have a cleaner there or something. Well, through what we're going to do, we're going to 10x the amount of value we can give to your facility. So that's what I'm so excited about, and I know it's going to happen. So, okay. What else do we have? Okay.
Yeah. What do you have there?
Well, that's really it. Yeah. Obviously, a massive thank you to all of our clients, staff. We don't say it enough, and this year is obviously a special year that we want to actually truly say a massive thank you. Emilio and I wouldn't be here at all if it wasn't for everyone that we work and the people that we have been able to put around us, including here Jack, who's filming this and putting together the podcast, Carlos, Sofia,
everyone, basically every single person, every single one out there that has been involved with Easy Clean so far. Thank you so much, because as you can see, now we freaking have a podcast, we have an office, we're growing the business, we're gonna, so it's a lot of that is because of you guys. So I never say thanks to anyone, so right now I'm gonna tell you everything. Thank you so much for everything, man. Like, to be honest, Jack, Carlos, freaking legends, and man, next year is gonna be amazing. Seriously.
Awesome. So I think this is an excellent way to wrap the year, because this one is going to come out, I think, towards New Year's. Guys, stay tuned because there's amazing podcast episodes coming up. We have a lineup of amazing guests, and you're going to learn so much that I cannot wait to show you. So stay tuned for that. My name, again, Leo, co-founder, Emilio. We're going to sign off. We're going to go surfing right now. Ping pong, you name it.
How about a tournament next year, guys? We're doing a tournament between companies. So, let's see.
See what happens.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.